Thanks for staying with us. So, on your views, once in a while, we look for stories online and stories that spur conversations, because the objective of the show is to discuss issues and get different perspective. So, an interesting post that we saw online caught our attention. A gentleman called Linus Williams, popularly known as Blord. He's a Nigerian cryptocurrency entrepreneur, digital businessman, and founder of Blord Group. According to the post on social media, he was subjected to serious criticism, and after a video of him visiting his in-laws in their modest home went viral. Many had questioned how he, who's supposed to be a billionaire, could have in-laws living in such a building. So the focus really is on whether a man should be responsible for upgrading his in-laws' living standards. Some argue that it is not his responsibility. Others say that the wealth should rub off on his in-laws. What are your own thoughts on this? Also, what if people believe that they want to stay in their own modest living? Should a husband be expected to take care of his wife's family's financial needs? What are the responsibilities of a man towards his in-laws? These are some of the questions I want to talk about on the show today. You can call us on 020-163-52013. 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and on YouTube. We'll be happy to read your messages. Let me start with Amaka on this matter. What are your thoughts on this video?
I like how Nigerians, they would like to throw the word billionaire, left, right, and center. Everybody billionaire. Everybody's a billionaire. You're a billionaire. So you know that social media is, on social media platform, it's the more you look, the less you see. And for different businesses or sectors, people have to appear a certain way in order to convince people to align to their business. They say you're into real estate, patronize them, you're into real estate, or you're into a business where you need people to come and invest and stuff. You have to portray a certain...
Look the part.
Yeah, look the part, certain lifestyle. That's why they'll say Lagos now is more, the more you look, the less you see. The kind of car you arrive to for your meetings with and everything, right? But the packaging. So that's on one side. Because he did not show us his account statement for us to know whether really he's a billionaire. We are inferring that he's a billionaire based on what we see in terms of social media and everything. One. Then secondly, if actually he's a billionaire and his in-laws are living in that way, I do not blame him, because it's different that he went to visit his own parents and they are living in that. The person I blame is the wife, that is the air conditioner is blowing in her house where she's coming. She knows her upbringing. She knows how mosquito used to bite her in that house. And then she now went to where AC is now blowing her. And then she now remember that AC needs to also blow her parents. It's on her. It's not on the man. The only way we can criticize the man is if we now go to where his parents live. And we now find out that his parents are living like that while he's driving a Maserati or a Rolls Royce. Then that's where I can have an issue. It's not his problem. Okay. It's the wife's duty to that time, baby, so my parents need this or this, so, or if they're giving her money for food and she's bringing her 1 naira every day for money or food, by 1 year she will have saved money to at least paint the place.
I've gotten your point. So I like Chika. I'd like to let you hear your thoughts on this.
So while I don't want to make the story about Blord because it transcends
we're definitely going to
about,
move it. Let's just focus on that story and then we'll come to.
So I think the reason why people are punching and it's a problem for many people is because there seems to be a disparity. I follow Blord on Instagram. Every now and then I try to catch up with what he's doing. He puts up this semblance of wealth. You can't miss it. He shows off his mansion. It's really a mansion. He shows off his exotic cars. You can't miss it. The standard of life that he has given to his wife. He seems to be a family-oriented man. Listen. He looks like a devoted father and husband. I don't know if he has side chicks, but he portrays that I'm all in for my family. I don't play with family. He shows off his children. He's very family-centered. Okay. That's the vibe you get when you get acquainted with the young man. And so wealth is just oozing and seeping through every fiber of post on his Instagram page. And, because of what he does, cryptocurrency investment, he has put up that impression to everyone who will come in contact with him as a billionaire. He could be, I'm not sure if he is, he could very well be. And so Nigerians naturally and rationally will be like, if you are a billionaire, yes, I know these are your wife's people, not your parents, but still, you engage in philanthropy. Blord does a lot of philanthropy. A few months ago, he just because he does it from time to time. The people around his community, he does billions of giveaways, millions of naira, empowerment, all of that. So if you go that far, how can you not then go that far for your wife's family? So I understand that. But you see, still, there are many other issues.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I want us to just talk about it and then we'll pack it and then focus on the issue. Yes, Nima, your thoughts?
I completely agree with Amaka. It's not any in-laws business. It's your daughter's business to improve your status, life, and everything. That's the way I see it. You owe your parents, if they've given you education, they've given you life, they've empowered you. You owe them your life, not to go and become somebody's handbag in his house. You say, I don't understand women say, I don't want to work. Because in life, you can only be responsible for that. You can only hold yourself accountable for that. Imagine you saying, my husband said I should not work, and then you did not work. And then your parents are sick, they can't afford medical care, and you say, my husband didn't pay the bills. You know, they slap yourself for mirror. According to Amaka, call yourself to meeting. Talk some sense into yourself, because you owe your parents, your husband owes his parents. Yeah, that's the way it is.
Okay.
So he cannot now tell you not to work, but then, let's leave it. This video that we saw, they sit outside in their house, shopping and enjoying their house, and Nigerians are already judging the size and magnitude of the house. Are we people being serious? Nobody went inside to show us where the chandelier is.
I think it's the exterior conditions, not the size.
Okay,
Which condition?
Let me bring
they
that
use broken
conversation.
ties. Maybe that's how they want to live. Can we stop telling people how the standard of their standard of living materially must be?
Exactly.
What if they are comfortable in that
That's the
house?
conversation I want to also have. Because there's something we talk about that I was hoping that Nima will come from that angle, where there's the issue of dignity. Dignity in who you are, regardless of the material ability. Because the truth is that there are some families that love that you're living in a mansion. They love you have a beautiful car. They love that you're traveling the world. But they love their comfort. This is their farm that they're seeing. This is their red sand. They are okay. As long as when I want to go to the hospital, you send me your pocket money, I can pay my bills. I don't need a car because I am working, all my friends are in my neighborhood, my church is right there, I don't need a car. You know, they are content. How can we? Why is it difficult for Nigerians not to appreciate a modest living in our own mind until that AC blows on you? You are not living well. Because AC must blow on you, it must be the mark of success.
We don't consider peace of mind something to be grateful for, or sound health. Some people, what they are asking God, we know all of us we are praying for God, but some people are just asking God, can I just have a roof over my head? Good health so I don't have to visit the hospitals, peace of mind so I don't have to show up. If you have AC, you go pay band-aid. You worry about those things. Yeah. You run diesel because NEPA might take
you pay petrol.
Yeah. Whereas some people would rather build their house with big windows, so they just open the windows, and air comes in every day. And they don't have to worry about whether there's a gen. But the problem with us is we want to define it. And you see, for some people, I rather that small space with dignity than a big space where I have to now worship my in-law. If he was abusive of their daughter and he's fully responsible for the material standard that they have now maintained, which mouth you won't tell them? You will see some women say, you know that we are now doing better, go back and endure to an abusive situation for their daughters. So why not leave them within what they can afford, what they have been able to provide for themselves, have respect for themselves, and so that they can match him when they need to correct him about how their daughter is.
Okay, let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll take this a bit further. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're still reviewing this Blord video that went viral. So, I mean, as Chika rightly said, he lives obviously in opulence. And when they saw him go to his in-laws, they were living in a rather very modest home. And the conversation was, the least that could have been done is an upgrade of his in-laws. But there's also a part of the conversation saying that the in-laws might just prefer their modest living. Why is that so difficult for Nigerians to understand and appreciate? Amaka, you're going to say something?
Okay, so Nima, I hear you. Morayo, I hear you, right? That everybody has a right and dignity to how they want to live,
yes.
to how they want to live. But then I want to ask both of you a question. Why do your parents work so hard to make sure that you have the best of education? Why do your parents send you abroad? Why did you study?
It's for your benefits, not for their own benefits.
No,
it's for the children's benefits.
Let me land, Morayo. We will not do this. Allow me land my business.
Please.
So the reason why is that for you to do better, for you to get better, for you to attain or, you know, aspire better, right? Modesty, good. But you can also, when you're modesty living now, you also want your environment to be clean, nice, and there's nothing wrong in that, in living in a modest way, and then having the nice things. There's nothing bad or wrong in having nice things, in trying to achieve or aspire for nice or great things in life.
According to your standard, yes.
According to your standard.
Your own standard.
And then in life too, Morayo, if you have private jets, if only you enter them, it's not go sweet, or you need me to be there with you to take picture. It's good that when you have riches or wealth, people close to you, let you just rub off small.
If your parents make you flex.
Make you flex small. Then if I don't have a child, a daughter that comes from that modesty that I've brought up, and those yella or mama, no, this Blord now saw her looking chum, and I came and carried her to his house. The little they can do is just, we're not saying you should build a new house for them. That house that I saw, at least just repaint it for them.
What's wrong with the paint?
Or something, or just make the environment, make the flower, maybe just build, put some small nice flowers.
Their landscape.
Just something. It's not for him, not him. The daughter, the girl, the girl.
Chop knuckle.
Okay.
Chop it
Point
That's
taken.
it. Correct
This
point.
call. Wait, let me take this call. I'll come to Chika.
It's
Good
the
morning.
girl.
Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes. I'd like to contribute to what you're talking about.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know the names, but I know Morayo.
Go ahead.
The lady on your left, that's the fair lady.
Yes, Amaka.
She is portraying the beliefs of some kind of tradition.
Okay.
I think if we must reason sensibly, you brought up your child. You spent a lot of money on her to become a better person tomorrow. If her family is poor, it is her fault. It has nothing to do with the in-laws. If the family have any respect for themselves, they will not cry out. They'll be talking to their daughter that, look, darling, you are living very well with your husband. We congratulate you. But we need this. You don't remember us? They shouldn't be crying out. They should be ashamed of themselves. Why should we be begging for in-laws?
So she's saying that it's the daughter. She's corroborating what you're saying, that it's the daughter's fault, not the in-laws. Chika, what are your thoughts on this?
But they must have been crying out to her.
What even if they're not crying? That's my own question. We're all assuming they're crying because we believe that air conditioner is better than fan. But they're saying, I'm comfortable in my fan. And why is it so difficult for Nigerians to accept that? Chika, let me come to you.
I would just like to put some cultural context to this, okay? Blord is Igbo. I don't know what exact state he is from, but I can see from the video, because the location was tagged, that his wife is from Nobi, in Anambra. I am from Nobi. In fact, when I saw the video, I said, this compound looks familiar. I don't go to the village all the time, but I know some familiar compound spaces. Let me tell you, Mariah, for a fact, they are crying.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Lagos, but I understand my Anambra people very well.
Okay.
The average Igbo man takes great pride.
Yes, his village.
The bane of his existence is that his family is perceived as being up here, even though he is here.
Okay.
We have many Igbo men developers. You people will verify with me. When they are coming to site, how get equal Crocs? They will wear Crocs and jeans, three-quarter jeans, t-shirts. Their site, if you know how much is in their bank account, if you see their family house in the, they may not build house in Lagos or anywhere, but a village. How they build go the mansion? Check out all the billionaires now, e-money, all of them. You must build something of reputable standard in your village where you are from. Even if you are a son of the soil, even son of the soil, that is how they know. That is how they separate the boys from the men.
Right.
So if you as an Igbo son say that you are going to visit your wife's people,
Right.
where you yourself will be identified, they will take pictures of you. The whole Blord is now into real estate. He has been massively campaigning for Igbo men to return back to their roots and begin to build. So you have he even has an estate, you know, in the east there. And then your wife's home. Window panes are missing. The color of the curtain. I don't understand the color of the curtain. Hold on. I don't understand the pavement of the walls. Half was painted brown. Then the other half was left uncemented. You will match brown mud on the floor in your wife's compound because you went to chop apple that has no smell. Apple does not smell. Then you will now go back and match that mud into your luxury car. And now say you will go and wash your car when you get home. You know that you have put shame to yourself and to your family. I'm not saying that people don't love modesty. I believe in modesty. Okay. I'm not saying that the family of the guest should now come and put their entire life burdens on Blord. I'm saying, Blord, your wife, as an Igbo man that you are, your wife's family is an extension of you.
Okay, I
and we have not seen or smelt in any way that Blord is in the building.
Chika, I get
and it is sad.
You see,
it is abysmal.
So, in this context you built, I get it.
When Wizkid went to his when his parents were sitting in the Ojolegba house, nobody disturbed him. The mommy said she is comfortable. Look, we have to always bring in culture into these things. Exactly. The Yorubas might not an Igbo woman will be dragging till today. My mom, my first mom is still dragging me and my other brother to come and redo our house in the village. If I call on the phone, now that's the first thing she will say.
So I understand the cultural context. So maybe as a Yoruba person, I don't understand. But as we said yesterday, let us not generalize.
Okay.
There are people who say, I choose my modesty. I understand, or even they might have their own personal reservations. I'll let you respond.
Two broken window panes.
Wait. There are other issues, because somebody's in the message right now, that Morel, what if the husband has a thing where he doesn't like to give to family members? That this wealth must stay within.
Is that what he was told by?
No, there are some people like that they don't want to. The conditions of certain things they get into. Maybe diabolic things.
Now come new. That's what I'm saying.
This is what. So somebody just said that there's some diabolic situation whereby this our wealth. We will help you with this wealth, but it must not go outside your nuclear family. That's one. Number two, a family can say, I want you to do well. I want to be hearing of good things about you. I want you to be flying. But we are fine where we are. Leave us where we are. There's some people like that. You'll be surprised. It's not every Igbo man that might think that way. Yes.
Let's assume. We're assuming now that this is what's it called in social studies, where it's a nuclear family. What if the Ogun that is inside the house is such that the girl must not shook head and breathe anything? I'm a girl from a more girl family. I'm not dealing with my father's house in the village. All my father's properties in the village. I'm watching the men who will come tomorrow and tell you, now man, they inherit. What are you people going to do about the house? If I have money, I will build my own. I will not build the house. May God forgive me. I hope they are not watching. Let them not come out. That's the truth. Because if they know how to, you'll be talking at family compound, family events in family houses, and they'll be reminding you that your husband's house is that way. If he comes to that place and he's not talking directly to his wait for him. Wait, what if he's not even dealing with just his wife's parents, and the wife is not the only child, even in a nuclear family of her parents, so that she does not have a say? Hold on, I'm just coming. That's
in
one
own house.
Yes, in that house, so that an investment in that house is water in the basket. What if she comes to that house now? She go take sleep. No matter what she builds in that house, they will remind her that, is it because you're the one that do it? Is it because you're the one that changed the roof? So please, let's put that one on one side. Another side, with what we and Amaka had said earlier, you are the daughter of the family. People forget. These days now, modernity is bringing us there. When you marry in African custom, you are still the daughter of your family. It is her, if she does not have work, that we know what to do to collect the money to improve her house. Hold on.
An Anambra man.
See, he cannot. What if?
Do you know who we are?
Recently, something happened between a family, and the in-law stepped in. He took charge. He spent money. He spent time. And the moment the family started to fight, they reminded him. They said, "We are still talking. You are an in-law. Stay out. This is the person who puts money and his time." So sometimes you leave some people where they are, leave some things the way they are. I don't know Blord, I'm not a fan. That's just number two. Because I know a woman, before to mention it, because her kinsman, who is my friend, is giving me the gist well. That woman is top CEO of a major bank today. She did not just make the money for herself. She has not just improved her family. The entire village, they owe her. Okay, that her kinsman is in the bank because of her. She's getting promoted and protected because of her. She's not just the only one.
Let me take Favor. Thank you, Favor, for your life. Good morning, Favor.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mama's in the house.
Yes.
Thank you.
With what I can contribute today is that there are just people that don't like to give, no matter the level of their wealth.
We won't give.
Some people are just naturally stingy. Like, there is this slang now that these stingy people normally use. They call it entitlement mentality. And this thing is very common among the people in the diaspora. And this thing is making a lot of people, it's not that are in problem, they don't know how to ask anymore. How can somebody have somebody who is very wealthy and you are an in-law to such family and you cannot give? This is bad. I don't see the reason. If these people are not entitled to you, who will they be entitled to? Apart from being the in-law, there are even what of the cousins, the nephews. You can get to a family, you see only one man, very wealthy. And when you look around his siblings, they all poor, vulcanizers, fashion designers, what is tell us. And he's the only one standing. There are people, I don't know, and they
Thank you very much, Phil. I have to go on a short break. When we come back, there's still an angle we've not touched on. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. And I like that we have different angles on this conversation. One of the things I always try to do is when we converse like this, the objective really is always to help to change thinking and perspective. We're building a better Nigeria. We're helping Nigerians to think better and do things better and have better options. So I understand the cultural context. I recognize all the various angles. But if we want to build a more responsible citizenry, do you think we should continue to put that kind of pressure on our people or have that black tax mentality? Because sometimes it's like you feel, because there's something humbling when you go home to where home used to be. Yes, it was in a hut. Yes, there's no air conditioning, but there's something about seeing that your parents are happy, they are content, they are fine. Just like you said, some people say, don't buy me mansion. I want to be able to know how many rooms are here. I want to be able to count and sweep everywhere easily. They are fine where they are. So my question is, even though this is how it is done in a cultural context, should we evolve from that? Do you think it is important for us to start considering some kind of renewed thinking towards that mentality? Maka?
Okay, so Mario, you know why what you're saying is not going to hold so much, as in this question is not going to hold so much water, because this man is seen on social media to do lots of philanthropy work, where he gives out cash, he's doling out cash, helping other people. It's a different thing like that. This person is a modest person, or how he likes to keep his money. This person is seen to, he likes social validation. Everybody, they're recording what he's doing, they're posting it. He wants us to know that he's a very benevolent person, right? So in that context, it's different, because I always say, like, generosity means different things to different people. Yeah. There are some people that when they give, nobody even know that they gave. They don't need a public or societal validation for giving, right? And then some people do that. They help outsiders and they don't help people inside. There's so many people that the people be calling them, oh, generous, you're this, you're that, but their siblings, their father, their mother, they're not enjoying that generosity.
Yeah. Amaka, I don't know why Chika doesn't understand.
I understand.
That a man can say, I don't want your money.
Let me now explain why I understand.
My son-in-law, you are wealthy, but I don't need your money.
Chika, sorry, let me just land my point. Because the reason I'm saying this is because when he has from the video, from the social media page, I saw that he has 2 kids, right? Yes. And then they've grown a bit. And you can see that he went to that same house to go and knock and ask for her hand in marriage, right? He married her from that house. Yeah. They have how many kids? So he's not a man that, as in, you cannot force somebody. The way I always tell women, you cannot force a man to love you. You cannot also force someone to spend their money on you. In the sense that there are some men that one person might look at the person as generous, that, oh, this man is taking care of me. But what you're enjoying is not generosity. It's just that he has fan that is blowing him in his house. So because you're under his roof, the same fan is blowing you, not because he loves you so much that he went to go and buy that fan for you. You need to understand the distinction here.
Okay.
Let me explain why I say I understand what you're saying, Morayo. Let's take it for granted that his wife, the mom and dad, are very modest people until they die, regardless of how much money they personally even have. Not even their son-in-law's money, that they will remain modest. I understand that there are people who truly are like that. But you see, there's a difference between modesty and just a gross disregard for things being kept. where they should be. I'll explain to you. So if, for instance, there are really modest people, right? Even when I go to the village, I was just telling you, the house in the village is a bungalow. It's not our house, I'm saying. It's not very good looking. It's not flamboyant.
Yes.
But even the days when I know I want to go to the village, because I don't go all the time, I send money down to say, okay, I know that nobody has been there in a while. Let's fix some broken windows. Let's change some of the sheets. You know, let's check the roofs and see what's
Who told you they have broken windows?
Hold on. It's in the video, Mariah.
Play the video.
There are 2 windows out, 2 window panes are out.
Yes.
So I'm saying, even if the parents, the mom and dad are of modest means, okay, we like nature. Because there are some people who are like that. They like trees around there. They like the clay, sand, or whatever. Okay, how about you say, we're going to, the essence of this home is still going to have its natural village-like feel. Like you said, there are raffia huts. When you travel to some states, some other countries, you see some natural materials being used, clay, to do aesthetically pleasing things. Okay. So the place can still look aesthetically pleasing while retaining its natural village-like form. You can use mats, you can use natural materials. Window panes are missing. The color of the curtains are looking brown. There's a black pot. Watch the video. There's a black coal pot in front of the house where they are sitting. You can have a natural kitchen made with natural things and arrange your coal pots in.
Samson's calling
it just looks a mess.
I'll come back to you. Samson, you're calling from Akwa Ibom. Thanks for calling. You're live.
It's not modesty.
It's Francis.
Oh, Francis, my apologies. Go ahead, please.
Okay. You see, sometimes I always want to sit on the same seat with my beloved sister. I'm trying to. I've forgotten her name. Just this kind of matter is not even a matter we should be bothering ourselves. If not that in Nigeria we don't have handwork. If we have handwork, we will not be looking at those things. Just because you see this person on social media parading all he's parading, doing all he's doing, how does it concern you? How does it concern you? How does it even concern the guy in question that they're talking about? The guy in question they're talking about, to finish that his visit and go and give another person 2 million. Do you know that as has to do with his in-laws, you know what they are doing? Do you know what he has done? As the in-laws come out to say we are complaining that he has refused to do this, but it is us, jobless youth and jobless Nigerians who want to see and talk what does not concern them. We are too jobless. The in-law have not come out to say, oh, I have asked my son-in-law to build house for me.
Sir, Mr. Francis, so the reason why we discuss it because there are life issues and we can learn lessons from it. So you're right. The man didn't come out to complain, neither did the in-laws. People are just commenting based on what they've seen. But you see, these are experiences we'll try to learn from because the objective really is to help to change societal orientation. So we want to see how things, understand how people think and see how we can help them to think better or even understand where they're coming from. So it's a conversation to have to help society do better if we know better. So it's not about what they said or what they did not say. Somebody was going to go, was it? Okay, I've not heard from you in a minute.
Okay, okay. I just want to say small thing.
So I understand Chika's, what you're saying, Chika, really. But we know that maintaining a house is that of the people living in the house. When my husband comes to visit, I see my mother make an effort. Ordinarily, before my father passed, it was only 2 of them in the house, and whoever comes in to clean daily goes. So she was in charge of everything. But when our in-laws are visiting, my mother will break the egusi with her hands, make sure she puts things in place. It's her house, she puts it in order. The black pot outside is not Blord that put it there. It's one of the in-laws who cook outside and left it for
Is it a good look for him?
The offense of
Blord. Is it a good look for him?
Hold on, I'll tell you about that one. That good look, I will tell you. So that's his offense. Now he put camera.
Hi.
Now he put camera and put posts in Nobi, in Anambra, in-laws house.
Tag my people.
He's the one who wanted to portray his in-laws. When you
like to drink after the show,
this is not how my people behave. We don't behave like this. We don't roll like this.
So when Blord knows say he want to go and make Nollywood of his in-laws house, he should have bought props.
Exactly.
He should have brought props.
Exactly. I agree with you there.
That's the only problem.
I agree with you
but
there.
You see that pot outside? Now one of our auntie.
Sounding very silly.
But you know
we're not sounding very silly.
No, we're not.
Let me tell you why. Because Guys,
See,
we are
everything
trying
is not
to
for the
change
gram.
society. We're trying to fix society.
Morayo.
We're trying to do things better because we can't continue putting props just because we want to show a certain way of life.
No, then you cannot.
We cannot
then you
keep
cannot
doing
now
this.
wear a coat
And
to
say you're a
protect us
billionaire.
from criticizing what you just
You
showed
put
us.
it out there, we will talk about
If
it.
your image that you are giving us, the impression of yourself you have given us
we
is
to
high,
judge you.
we will use it to judge
you.
the Nollywood you
I'll
just
come
shot.
to you. Let me take
If you don't
Chibuzo.
shoot your Nollywood with props,
will not know.
We
How
don't
would we have
finish
known?
you. Now you tell us, you know, come
Chibuzo.
and see now. You put us scene one.
Good morning, Chibuzo. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to contribute to what you people are.
Please go ahead.
Okay, like there's somebody I went for their traditional marriage of recent in the village in Abia State. The girl's place. In short, if they give you a drink, you will, in short, you will not take or you rinse before you drink it.
Oh my God.
For you to know how bad the girl's house is. And I now said to myself, is it not possible for a man or the husband to help in doing it, even if it's not too fantastic, but at least to be, of good looking a bit? The flooring in the apartment, the flooring alone is like when you are stepping on, on the ground of your compound. It's annoying. So to me, I believe as long as a man is having his 3 square meal, he should be able to help your wife's family. And provided the wife is of a good character.
The one we're not good, they need to do that.
Okay, Chibuzo, thank you very much.
Chibuzo, the one we're not good, may they not do our house.
Nima, let me come to you. I'll come to you, Amaka. I've always said something on this table that Nigeria's problem is the middle class. It's the middle class that will tell you that, oh, I want to eat sausage because they've been exposed to sausage. A man says, I've been drinking ogi all my life. This ogi fed you, fed me, fed my forefathers, and we are fine with ogi. But it is the middle class that travel somewhere. I know that they eat sausage somewhere. I come back and say, no, this ogi you're drinking is not good for you. It is sausage you must eat. And I'm going to the thinking that a person is saying, I grew up here. In your own eyes, that mud floor is not appealing. Those broken panes, it doesn't look disgusting. To me, I'm comfortable because this is home for me. You grew up here. So why are we using that thinking of, oh, it should be better now? It's not appealing. Who defines what's appealing? So my problem is, why don't you allow a community, a man says, I'm fine here. It's so difficult for us to understand and comprehend it. We are saying that, no, it is the tradition, it is the people, this is how we do. It doesn't look nice. Who defines what Boju moves?
I started this conversation by, I don't really care what Bojumo. It's what you're.
What do you mean is what is
good to view? What is appealing to the eyes? So it's not me that I don't have that problem. If we were talking to the in-laws, it would be a different conversation. The point here is that you made a shoot of your in-laws' house. You could have visited them without shooting. My Igbo neighbors, they like to host themselves. So when they're hosting, you see that blue crate. I don't want to mention the brand of that beer. It's always seated every weekend. I don't know why you're going to sit there. But that blue crate, they will put that crate there. Everybody will be popping it. So even it's without many class in that kind of setting. Yeah. The security at the gate, once they know that thing is popping in that compound, everybody is going there because they just want to get a free drink. So it happens. You could have come, eat granite and garden egg, drink your blue crate and go to your house. But now you on ring lights, your PA on camera. Not only did you do that, you went home, you did not go and use editing, Bolu style and Alim style to upgrade. You posted. Now, you have also posted your house with 5 cars.
I really want to answer you on this last question.
Hold on. You have also posted your house with 5 cars. As in, imagine that I've been following your page and you already have about 1,000 posts of your class, your giveaways, you go and ring lights in somebody's house and say, we're helping the needy. You give them 2 million. It's on your post, and then you now go and post picture of your in-laws house.
Okay, let me pause. Sorry. Yakub has been holding. I'll come to you. Yakub, thanks for calling. You're live. Good morning, Yakub.
Good morning.
Yakub, the line is not very clear.
Can you hear me?
It's not clear, but go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe I should.
It's breaking.
It's quite muffled. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amaka.
Okay, so I believe that the essence of every friendship or marriage or partnership is that when you're choosing somebody as a friend or choosing someone as a partner, the essence is that you want better for yourself, or you've seen this person, you've admired something in them, and the essence is that we rub off in a positive way on each other, so that if I don't know, it's okay not to know. It is okay. It's very valid not to know. Although in the law, ignorance is not an excuse, but it's also not to know. But when I don't know, I now meet you, handsome, tall, dark, and everything man,
And rich.
and then you now know. You will teach me. If I don't know how to use fork and knife now in that big mansion that you want to bring me in, you will teach me so that I will not go out and embarrass you. I will not come and say because I'm a modest liver, or I'm a modest, they brought me up in a modest way. I use my hand to eat. I will not follow you to the Senate and use my hand and eat. Morayo, and it is not okay. If he came to marry the woman and he has upgraded his status, and the woman has gone there to and learned and seen that, oh, I came from here, but that this is how they do things, or this can be better. Even if my parents don't want to change whatever it is they want to change, I can just still make it, nice and comfortable for them, and also teach them. We can keep teaching and learning and relearning and learning every day. Everybody wants better for themselves.
So let me make this
Okay,
point. Let me make this
Chica,
point.
I'm sorry,
Let me make this
unfortunately,
point.
I have to go on a break.
my
Okay, good. Make your point. Let me tell.
All right, so let's leave culture aside.
Okay.
Let's leave keeping appearances aside.
Okay.
Let's take it again that these are modest people who are not trying to impress anybody.
Right.
They believe in the virtue of living truly as they are.
Yes.
No appearances. But to be honest, Maria, if you really watch this video, and let's be honest, this video comes across as people who put in no effort whatsoever, the barest minimum effort. Maria, I lived in a face me, I face you apartment growing up as a child. We used to share toilets. But you see, when we are having guests, at some point, the carpet in our living room was torn. So you could see, patches. The carpet was torn. But even whether we're having guests or not, when we're having guests, an extra effort is made to sweep,
Now, waiting with the talk.
to clean, to just
Naim,
honor the people who are coming to see you.
Naim,
so
that's
I'm
the
not
culture.
saying buy new white sparkly curtains. How about wash the curtains? The
That's
curtains
it
are
now.
looking brown.
We're the one who
Okay, we love window panes. We don't like blinds. We don't like, yes. How about these two panes that are broken, can we fix it?
Okay.
We like clay, right? Okay. How about we put like a walkway
Polish it.
or some, put a walkway where, okay, we put some paving stone just for that walkway. The entire clay remains. How about put an effort to say, our in-law is coming, and you, the in-law who is Blord. How about make an impact and say, oh, this thing is going to reflect on me, regardless of how I want to paint it. I love my in-laws the way they are. They love themselves how they are. I am a brand. I am a brand. And whether you like it or not, there's personal branding. Your personal branding reflects on your institutional branding.
I'm going to wrap up on this topic. I have a message here that says, if you go to marry a lady, you love her family, become your family. You now belong to that family. I build a good house for my wife's family. So he's saying that he built
If you go to marry a lady you love, her family become your family.
congrats.
No, I wanted to give you time to digest, but Elsa is really praising Chika here. I think she's totally agreeing with Chika. And then Rita says, Chika, you're vexing. I think she's also approving of your vex right now. She says, Blord is a brand. That brand thing is correct. And he should have worked on it. He said, now, Blord is 2 million people more popular. Before now, nobody knows.
Yeah, I did not know who he was.
Now you know.
Now I know who he is.
He's brought this conversation out. Someone says, if the video is as bad as they say, then the people concerned are not taking care of themselves. That's Don Yak's team.
Wrapping up. I just want to make a final thing that we didn't mention, that if the in-laws should be worried, because if I can't take care of my own family or my own self, how am I going to, because they say it's a woman that helps a man know what to do. Maria, or this day we talk about your in-laws, and how nice and how they are with you and everything. So and certain men don't remember certain things. So it's a woman that is a nurture that remembers certain things. So you should be worried that if a woman cannot take care of her own, how will she even for you to take care of your own? That's food for thought.
Okay, I think that's all we can take on this. The point is that the truth is, in the situations like this, every family to his own, and they expect certain expectations. So I think Chika won the conversation when she said that the least you can do is at least renovate a bit, make it look attractive because you're having a guest. So we're not saying you should change your lifestyle, but please make it a bit more appealing. And the person who also waits to record, he also has what he's trying to achieve, because obviously now I don't know who he was, but now I've gone to kind of see his page. So everybody has their objective. Let's go on a very short break. We have a special guest today. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.